smuggling unattractive, ended forest chasing as First Lady Senator Remy visits Plateau State. Former President Buhari sick, currently receiving medical attention. Wike blast ADC coalition as alliance failed expired politicians. From the pace of the state, Oyo government brags of improved health sector reforms and reduced brain drain syndrome. From the foreign scene, Amnesty International accuses Israel of using starvation as weapon of war in Gaza. And in sports, ex-Liverpool manager Klopp reacts to death of Diogo Jota and Andre. Now the news and details. I am Richard Ekpo. Let's begin with reports that President Bola Tinubu has boasted that his administration, Sagacity, has successfully stopped the smuggling of crude oil and put an end to chasing of forex papers at the Central Bank of Nigeria, despite the fact that he is inheriting an air-bankrupt economy. The president said this today when he met with Nigerian citizens living in St. Lucia. He promised to resolve some of the diplomatic issues raised by Nigerians living in a Caribbean nation. In another development, the wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, today paid a condolence visit to Plateau State following the recent wave of attacks that have left over 250 persons dead and over 5,000 displaced. The First Lady also supported the internally displaced persons with relief packages. Senator Oluremi was received by Governor Caleb Mufwang along with top government officials. Former President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, is currently recovering in hospital from an unnamed illness. His ex-media aide, Bashiru Ahmad, has confirmed. Ahmad revealed this in a tweet this afternoon. According to him, it was important to address the exaggeration in media reports. He disclosed that Buhari was critically ill and had been admitted to the intensive care unit ICU, currently receiving medical attention, but he is stable and responding to treatment. Ahmed added that the prayers and goodwill from Buhari supporters and well-wishers are well appreciated. Meanwhile, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Nyesom Wike has launched a blistering attack on the newly formed opposition alliance that recently took over the Africa Democratic Congress ADC, describing it as a gathering of expired and failed politicians with no credibility or reason or solution to offer Nigerians. The FCT minister made the remark during a live televised media chat today. Wike's outburst had added further drama to Nigeria's shifting political landscape ahead of the 2027 general elections. From the pace of the state, the Oyo State government has explained that the policies being implemented by the state government in the health sector have led to an overall improvement in the sector and have also helped mitigate the effect of Japa syndrome among medical professionals. The state's Commissioner for Health, Dr. Oluwaserimi Ajetumobi, disclosed this during the inter-ministerial briefing held at the governor's office in Ibadan. Ajetumobi noted that these policies have directly resulted in an improved quality of life for residents of the state, reduced maternal mortality rates, infant mortality rates, and under 5 mortality rates, as well as the upgrade of hundreds of health facilities and infrastructure. U.S. President Donald Trump will meet with the leaders of Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mauritania, and Senegal from 9th to 11th July 2025. The meeting comes as a surprise, although some analysts have taken it as a continuation of intensifying American diplomatic efforts towards the African continent. Just last month, the White House notably brokered a peace deal between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, putting a preliminary end to hostilities and Rwandan-backed rebel groups fighting DRC troops in the east of the country for several months. So Still on the foreign scene, Amnesty International has leveled serious accusation against Israel, alleging that the country is deliberately using starvation as a weapon of war in Gaza, which is part of a broader policy of genocide. According to Agnes Kalamad, Amnesty International chief, while the eyes of the world were diverted to the recent hostilities between Israel and Iran, Israel's genocide had continued unabated in Gaza, including through the infliction of conditions of life that have created a deadly mix of hunger and disease. The human rights organization has documented severe malnutrition among children in Gaza with devastating consequences. And in sports, Jurgen Klopp, a former Liverpool head coach, on Thursday reacted to the passing of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre. Klopp said he was heartbroken over the death of both fantastic footballers. Recall that Jota and Andre died in a car accident in the early hours of Thursday in Spain. The German gaffer described Jota as a fantastic player, adding that he was a great friend and a loving father. Klopp coached Jota during his time at Liverpool, having signed the Portuguese from Premier League side Wolves in 2020. And that was the national news on Honor 103.5 FM, as edited by Sean Oyelowo. I am Richard Ekpo. Thank you for listening. Up next is Lagore Daya with the Sportsmaster. To stay tuned.
And that was the news on Honor 103.5 FM. On